All right, made it back from Viking Aircraft Engines, and here's how the engine sits as we got it. Jan used, Alyssa and I, he used his little forklift and her pallet lift there, and got that up onto the, and they're inside the car, and it rode just perfect on the way back, and looks good. That's how that is. And took the cowling out. The cowling's honestly a little rougher than I thought it was going to be, but here's the little fiberglass pieces that something needs to happen to, and here's the cutouts for the front of it here, kind of squared off more than anything. They put a little mark where I need to cut out right here as well. But like I said, overall, there's some drawings on here. Maybe that's where a cutout might end up being as well. On that one, and that side looks really nice. Hello. How are you? I'm good. And here's my cool engine mount. I just rusted the holes on the clecos in all four corners, and so far they match up perfect. I like that color green they powder coated. Also my flywheel color green as well. Besides that and the engine, there is supposed to be a radiator in here and a few more boxes up here. Looks like the first box has, I assume, some coolant pipes, if you will. I did order a throttle quadrant, which is a little extra, but did that. And a little pipe. And also come with this firewall to mount black nuts if needed. So that must be the bolts you use. Firewall to the mount. Must be these bolts that go in here on all four corners. So that'll go in there. And I believe Zenith supplies, there's a couple bolts that go in here you have to drill out. So Zenith supplies those, I believe. And a little bit more little tubes, that type thing. Little couplers, maybe. And this box in here looks like an exhaust. And it is. Sweet. Here's the exhaust. And it comes pretty simple setup. I love this part about it. A couple bolts, few bolts, and you are rocking it, man, ready to go. That's it. Maybe it looks like a little spring here. But yeah, very simple exhaust, very little to leak out of this thing, I'd hope. So anyway, it's not complex like some of the Lycomings, that's for sure. And I just opened this other box here. It comes with a little Viking hat. Awesome. Sweet. There you go. Cool, cool. Viking. Sweet. And a lot of extra other components in here. Looks like the engine mount, bracket stuff, K&N filters, different clamps, more of that, engine mount stuff, more clamps, little wiring part, couple overflow boxes, coolant boxes, gearbox, little overflow boxes maybe, contactor, another contactor comes with that. It has a dioid in there or not. No, it's supposed to have a dioid. We're going across a couple of the terminals. See those right away, but ignition and a key. Has that. A few more clamps. Kind of a sort of like a little bar, bus bar type thing. Two of those. Circuit bar anyway. Oh, there's that. It's like the prop hub thing. Oop, I'm dropping stuff. Odyssey battery. Always wondered, I never could really tell how big these things are. There we go. So as you can see, it fits in the palm of my hand. These are not really big batteries at all. So these are really tiny guys. I was worried about changing these out when they need changed out, being where they're going to be located. And but shoot, these are small enough you can just probably reach in there and lift them out. So these aren't going to be bad to change out. I was looking like they were bigger batteries, but they're not. So that's good. Well, this longer box says UPS on it. It says radiator shroud and hinges for the cowling. So I'm gonna open that up and we'll see what's in it. And just like it says, we have the hinges. These are gonna be for the cowling hinges. And I believe they have smaller diameter hinge pins right there. And this is gonna be the shroud to help hold up the radiator at the bottom of the fuselage. And it looks like they probably have, I thought they might say Viking on them, but looks like there might be some stickers in there, probably say Viking on the side of them. I'm sure we can put that on after we're done. But that's the majority of the boxes. This other box over here, it says propeller in there. So I imagine there's a propeller in that box there. And that, opening the propeller box now, here's a piece. I'm not sure if it means anything, but in case I throw it away, at least I have it on video, some of the numbers. So there's that. And comes with this. Maybe it's a Rotex type prop, I don't know. Made for 3-blade ground adjustable propeller. 70-inch diameter, adjustable pitch. Looks like it's made for the Rotex engine, at least in the RPM range. So I guess they use the same, it's a whirlwind propellers. I guess they must use the same propellers that they use for the Rotex engine. Hub, sweet. And let's see, all three in there? Yep, looks like all three of the blades must be in here. And along with maybe a diameter, maybe you can measure the pitch on that. I'll put that in there as well. You can see that. In case I ever want to record some of those numbers, at least I'll have them, like I said, on video. I figured while I'm opening up everything, might as well go ahead and open up the radiator as well. And there she is. Just like that. Got a radiator. Anything else in there? All right, well, my plan now is to mount this guy, the engine mount. And like I said before, it goes in that hole there. I'm gonna go ahead and up drill these to 5/16, both of these guys. And as you can see, the hole comes over through here. I was trying to drill the first hole just up to like maybe 1/8 of an inch. And something I noticed right away was this mount was moving relatively, kind of significantly actually. So I ended up needing to put a clamp. Well, I put my clecos back into here, because I didn't have those on there. And then I went ahead and just added some more security by just putting a clamp right here. So then when I take that cleco out to drill a hole, this thing's not moving back and forth. It's maintaining its same position the whole time. So just something that I had to do. I got the top 2 in, and I just put, this is 3/8 the fine thread. I just went to like Lowe's or Home Depot, got some fine thread. I guess, what is it? I don't know, 3/8 by 24. And that's what fits the bolts that come in here. Just so I'm not using the nylock nuts on and off. So for fitting, those worked well. Got both those on. Now it's just a time to see if the bottom one's lined up, and take it very, very slow on the bottom ones. The top 2 went in just fine, so we'll work on the bottom 2 next. All right, so like I said, I have the top 2 bolts in place, and I just want to show something here. You probably can't fully appreciate this, I'm sure, but you can see that my other pre-drilled hole is dang near right in the center of where that engine mount is. So strong work, Jan and Alyssa there. Both of those holes, again, you can't really appreciate it, but they are dang near right in the middle. All right, I was trying to think of a way to drill this bolt in place, but since the hole's lined up so well, I just used that as a drill guide, and used my 3/8, and this kind of self-centers. You don't want to put a lot of pressure on it, just so it fits in there nice and smooth, and just hit up the air and just start drilling. And again, I was already right smack dab in the middle for what it could feel like, or what it looked like anyway. So I got one side on, that fit nicely, and halfway started with this one right here. So all right, looking at the Viking 130 engine, just trying to figure out where exactly I should probably strap into it to lift it up first. I think I can disconnect this ECU box and set it off to the side. This intake manifold has some tubes and has some areas I believe I can go through that Jan had used to strap into, at least around the intake tubes. So that might be one place. Jan also gave me this little bolt here I could screw into here, and that might be another source for balancing the engine. Also thought about using this plate here to grab around. As you can see, the engine is laying on its side. This part needs to be pretty much straight up, almost vertical. So it's laying on its side, it needs to kind of tilt up like this. Okay, so I got it off the pallet. That was not hard at all. Again, if you remember right, it's still laying in the same position that was on the pallet. I had a strap going from here over to here, just going through the ring here. So that's what I had initially. I was able to lift it up. I captured two areas down here, one right there, then one down on the other side, same type of hole on the case, I believe. And I got those rings in there, crisscrossed them. One's connected to this part. I might change that to something else. Maybe up here, maybe, I don't know. I may change it to something else, but anyway, for now it's right here. And the other one's back on this part right here. I'm hoping when I lift this back up tomorrow, it's really late right now, but when I lift this back up tomorrow, I'm hoping I'm able to get it to be upright in the right position. So anyway, there we are for tonight. All right, we're getting really close to mounting this now. I hope, again, I haven't tested it, whether this goes high enough or not in this lift. But before I get too close, I'm putting these little, I guess they're silicone pieces into the mounting holes. There's a mounting hole here and a mounting hole on this other side here. And there's where we're putting them on these guys right there. And I'll show you how they work. Here. There's one of them right here. Isaac, can you split that apart? These two come apart like that. You put one on each side, put them back together, and then a bolt goes through there along with some penny washers and the other washers. All right, so we got this everything lined up. It actually went on there pretty easily. The only thing, I guess I didn't have the engine perfectly. It's supposed to be this part right here is supposed to be straight across, and by these being straight across, the engine is tilted this way just a little bit. So I had the engine pretty flat, so I actually just lifted up on one side of the engine while my wife and son got the bolts in. So got those in. Now we're going to work on the bottom ones. All right, just finishing up tightening these bolts out. Like Jan said in the video, these guys will come to a stop because there's a metal bushing inside of here. So once everything compresses together, you're done tightening it. There's not really a torque value to this. This was not too bad at all, I don't think, which I had people helping, which helps a lot. So peace out. Okay, just finishing up tightening up the engine mount. We're about done here. And then what I'll end up doing is tightening, putting the correct washers and nuts on the end of these guys. These guys are still loose. I have not drilled the top of this yet. Jan had mentioned sometimes it's better to hang the engine before and make sure this is square, then drill these two holes up there. So I'm hanging the engine. I'm going to tighten this engine mount back up nice and tight, and then we'll drill these two holes up here. And that'll be it. Okay, I went ahead and drilled the first hole over here. Just trying to guesstimate where it would capture the other side and have plenty of beef left over, and I think we accomplished that. My first several drill bits were dull. I thought I had some decently sharp ones, but I did not. Finally, I did find a 30 that was sharp, so I started with the size 30, and that was really sharp. It went right through it. Then went up to 3/16, and then a quarter inch from there. And I'll drill the other one out and I'll release this hoist. All right, very slowly. You're gonna, that whole airplane just came down. Coming down. Oh.
Where do you want me to go?
It's coming down. All my straps are loose.
Sorry.
It don't look like I have a flat tire. Boom. We're gonna stop that right there. We're gonna take the straps off. You want to grab that side and I'll grab this side? Okay. Yep. We'll just unhook them all. Simple enough, wasn't it? And yeah, it's the airplane is supporting the engine. Celebrate. Say yay. Yay. The airplane is supporting the engine. Yay! Oh, okay. Really?